Our final touch, another reminder that our phone bank is open for our Hunger Heroes campaign. Call 274-4000.
There are volunteers standing by you too. You can also donate in person at the Goodman Community Center, at the Hy-Vee on the east side, or Festival Foods as well. A lot of great partners teaming up with us for this effort. 274-4000. We'll keep those phone lines open.
And thanks everybody for all of your help. We appreciate it very much. That'll do it for us at 4. News 3 at 5 starts right now.
And right now at 5, team coverage as the President of the United States visits Wisconsin, attending the groundbreaking for the new Foxconn campus.
You can help keep families in our community fed this summer. We're sharing ways that you can become a hunger hero tonight at 5.
This is News 3 at 5.
Thanks for staying with News 3. We are following a developing story right now out of Jefferson and Waukesha counties.
Aerial video shows a heavy police presence with multiple agencies responding. It appears that a van went off the road and crashed into something on a rural road near a dump. As of now, we don't know what prompted this incident or if anyone is hurt. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is not releasing any information at this time, but we have a crew headed to the scene and we will update you as soon as we learn more.
Madison police are sharing more information about an overnight shooting. They were called out a little after 10 last night to Gilson Street near Olin Avenue, this area close to Goodman Park. Police say a 59-year-old man is in stable but critical condition and believe the man was targeted.
Let's get a first check on the weather now. Gary Canalti is in the Weather Center, and here comes the big heat, Gary.
It is. In fact, it's warm and humid out there right now, but it's going to get hotter and it's going to get more humid as time goes on. In fact, we have alert days in the forecast over the next couple of days for Friday, for Saturday, and for Sunday for high temperatures in the mid-90s tomorrow. Now, the record high temperature for tomorrow is 100 degrees set back in the blistering hot summer of 1934. I'm looking for a high of 96. When you factor in the humidity, the heat index is going to be between 100 and 107 degrees. But it'll also stay very muggy overnight. Low temperatures will only drop into the upper 70s. So those without air conditioning, those without a place to keep cool, are going to be affected by the heat, not only during the day, but also at night. And then Saturday, probably just as hot with a high of 94 and the heat index in the 98 to 105 degree range. It'll be muggy with a chance for some thunderstorms Saturday night, with temperatures still in the mid-70s. And then Sunday, high temperatures probably not as hot, making the mid-80s. That will depend on how much sunshine we get, but you can see the heat index between 88 and 93. And there could be the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms as a cold front comes through. Right now, I think the greater threat will be up to the north, but we'll just have to see how that all works out. Now, on visible cloud track, we've had some high clouds from thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms that have swept through southern Iowa, but those are basically just pushing the warm front south a little bit, and that's starting to surge back north out to the west of us, where more storms are developing up into parts of North Dakota and northern Minnesota. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of southeastern Iowa until the early evening hours, but more storms developing in North Dakota and Minnesota may lead to some more severe weather chances later on tonight. So there is a marginal risk of severe weather north and west of Madison late tonight as the thunderstorms possibly develop. The better chances up to the north. Low temperatures this morning start out pretty comfortable, mid-50s to the lower 60s, but current temperatures are in the middle 80s, and you can see even near Lake Michigan, temperatures are still around 80 degrees, but those dew point temperatures continue to climb. We're now at 69 in Madison, dew point temperatures in the lower 70s over southwestern Wisconsin. You factor in the temperatures and the humidities. Heat index readings right now, 89 in Madison. That's what it feels like. Feels like 89 in Lone Rock and 90 degrees in La Crosse. So look for temperatures to only drop into the middle 70s overnight. We'll probably hit the middle 70s and just hold steady. There is a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm late tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow the heat really kicks in. A high of 96 with the heat index from 100 to 107. That's your first alert forecast.
Right, thank you, Gary. Blue-green algae and other bacteria are causing problems at Madison beaches. Nearly every beach in the city is closed. On Lakes Monona and Mendota, only Governor Nelson State Park is open. One beach remains open on Lake Wabisa, and the only beach on Lake Kaganza is also closed. closed. We have a full list of the beaches that are impacted online on our website at channel3000.com.
After bringing in some 70,000 visitors to Madison and generating more than $12 million in local spending in its inaugural event last year, the CrossFit Games extends its contract with Madison through 2021. That adds 2 years to the current deal. More than 500 elite athletes are expected to attend this year's event, competing for the title of Fittest on Earth. Organizers talked today about what a good fit Madison has quickly become for CrossFit.
In our first year, we exceeded almost all of our expectations, with the exception of a few weather things that actually created another challenge that these athletes rose to and exceeded. It was one of the best and most exciting spectator events and one of the best program challenges that the athletes have ever faced at the CrossFit Games.
The games this year, August 1st through 5th at Alliant Energy Center on the grounds there, and the tickets went on sale last week.
We're an hour into our Hunger Heroes phone bank right now in our partnership with the Goodman Community Center.
Now, the goal is to raise enough money to feed 300 families with a bag of groceries to last them over the weekend all summer. We have live team coverage on ways you can be a Hunger Hero as well. We start with Leah Linscheid, who has been monitoring what's going on. Leah?
Hi, folks. Yeah, like you said, we are about an hour into our phone bank here at News 3, and we've gotten more than a dozen calls in that time. Just as we went live, you're hearing all of the phones ring right now. And we actually just got a really exciting phone call from Vogel Brothers Building. They said they're going to match every single donation up until $3,000. So quick, give us a call right now. That phone number is 608-274-4000. Now, what's the point of all of this? Well, it's to help real people. People who could be your kids, your neighbors, maybe even your dad. You're about to hear from Ward Harding. He's a military vet, a Madison native, and someone whose life was changed by Goodman and its food pantry. Take a listen.
It's kind of like a form of family.
Family for Ward Harding is all about feeling at home.
Yes, and I tell you, this is quite a place.
And by that definition, home for him is here at Goodman Community Center.
You can come in here and really meet nice people.
What I like about Ward is he has such a generous heart, and yet he is struggling himself, and you would never know.
Rewind Ward's story a few years, and you'd find him without any sort of home.
I'd raised these two daughters, and I wanted them to go to school.
And he wanted to make sure that they were financially secure themselves. And he was willing to live out of his car to make sure that they were financially secure.
It's like a movie. You know, I've slept in pet shops and slept in my car, slept out in the snow.
That's no longer where Ward is, in large part because of the center's support, starting with its food bank, providing meals when Ward would otherwise go without.
It helps a person survive.
Ward is not an isolated case.
In fact, 10% of seniors who spend time at the Goodman Center are homeless. They rely on the center's food bank and meal programs, and not just for physical nourishment.
It really gives them a chance to be socially connected because one of the big risk factors in getting older is isolation. And we do know that isolation is a huge risk factor.
It's a place where you can really relax and be just a human being.
When it comes to family, what better place to feel at home than at dinner?
It's more than food, absolutely.
And thanks to Goodman, Ward will be at the table.
It's the atmosphere that goes with that.
What a great story, right? Ward lives in affordable housing now, thanks to help finding that apartment from Goodman, and he still relies on that food pantry. So if you'd like to help more people like Ward and countless other families, many of them with children, give us a call right now. Let's bring up that number that you can call. It's 608-274-4000. Again, we're an hour into it, so you've got another hour and a half to donate, make a difference, become a Hunger Hero, and help keep families fed this summer.
Appreciate hearing Ward's story and thank him for his service as well. And let's help all those folks out there. Leah will check back with you tonight on News 3 at 6.
Leah, thank you. Killy Arthur is live at the Goodman Community Center today to share how the donations there are coming. Killy?
Oh my goodness, we started here around noon, and since then we have seen so many Hunger Heroes here at the Goodman Community Center. Check out all this food. This is really just a drop in the bucket of what we are going to see through this Hunger Heroes campaign, helping thousands of hungry kids and families in our community. It's so incredible. So what should you be donating? Check your pantry. You're going to find things like pasta, applesauce, spaghetti sauce, peanut butter and jelly, things that kids can eat and will eat. Very important. And where should you donate those things? You can go over to the Goodman Community Center right here, or head over to Hy-Vee and Festival Foods on the east side and give Leah Lynchide a call over on that phone bank, and you can make a monetary donation that way. So many different ways to donate, so many different ways to get involved and help those amazing families who really deserve this support. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, great job. Get out there and make a difference. Yes. And like she said, every little bit helps. If you got something extra laying around, take it, make a donation, or call that number, as we said moments ago.
Everybody
274-4000. Keep them coming. And coming up at 5, the heat is back and with a vengeance. Your full forecast just ahead at 5.
And the president is in Wisconsin for the groundbreaking of Foxconn. We have team coverage of his visit when we come back.
Well, topping our news, a celebration underway in southeastern Wisconsin tonight.
Construction is officially kicked off for tech company Foxconn with President Donald Trump. Our Jessica Arp has the latest from Mount Pleasant.
This event meant to kick off years of construction in Wisconsin on Foxconn facilities, aiming to change the future of manufacturing in the state. Shaking the hand of Foxconn Chairman Terry Go, President Donald Trump hailed a planned 20 million square foot Foxconn facility.
18 months ago, this was a field, and now it's one of the most advanced places of any kind you'll see anywhere in the world. It's incredible.
One building currently stands on Foxconn property, a training facility that the president toured after breaking ground with Governor Scott Walker on the remaining portion of the campus where Foxconn says they'll invest $10 billion.
To Silicon Valley and Boston, Wisconsin Valley is coming.
But what's being made on the campus is already changing. Initially touted to produce large LCD screens, Foxconn says phase one will make smaller, thin film screens. And while that's cause for concern to some critics, those who approved the $3 billion incentive package for Foxconn say it won't matter.
Frankly, I don't care what they make here, because all of our incentives are based on the number of jobs they create, the footprint that they build. So I am confident, based on every conversation I have had with Foxconn, that they are going to meet their 13,000 plus job goal and that they're going to build the biggest manufacturing campus in the world.
All this is happening at the same time the president has gone after Harley-Davidson for wanting to move some production overseas because of tariff issues.
Don't get cute with us. Don't get cute.
But that was not the focus of Governor Walker, who has championed Foxconn since last year.
Foxconn will help Wisconsin win the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, you're part of history.
Foxconn says the building here and those to be built immediately after are only part of phase one of the campus, with many years more of building to come. In Mount Pleasant, Jessica Arp, WISC News 3.
Foxconn is holding a community open house at its Opus facility in Mount Pleasant both tomorrow and Saturday.
Although some believe today's Foxconn groundbreaking was a big win for Wisconsin protesters, and many Democrats are upset about the $10 billion campus. Amanda Quintana in the News Center now with reaction from both lawmakers and protesters. Amanda?
Yes, well, many of the Republicans who have supported Foxconn say today was an incredible day, and not just for Racine County, but for every Wisconsinite. Speaker of the Assembly, Robin Vos, says, quote, Foxconn is projected to add $51 billion to the state GDP with tens of thousands of new careers, adding it will pay off for the entire state. While many Democrats and community members are upset that it will cost an estimated $4.5 billion for taxpayers. Dozens of environmental and labor activists protested the Foxconn project today, also upset that it would take millions of gallons of water from Lake Michigan every day, and say Foxconn isn't building the plant originally talked about. Senator Dave Hansen says this is proof that the project is, quote, nothing more than a bait and switch, and the deal is really about helping Scott Walker get reelected, saying $3.5 billion is the biggest public campaign donation in history. Now, with the president in town, protesters also took the time to rally against his immigration policies and for higher wages and supporting unions.
Amanda Quintana in our News Center tonight. Amanda, thank you.
Thousands of people from around the world will look for a job at the new Foxconn facility, and Madison College is hoping its graduates are going to fill the facility. The new facility will offer around 13,000 jobs when it is fully open in 5 years. Foxconn is one of the most advanced manufacturing facilities in the world and is expected to draw talent largely from Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and here in Wisconsin. So schools like Madison College are preparing to produce well-trained graduates and fast.
We do have to do things differently, though, here at the technical college is to reach populations we haven't traditionally reached. When you think about Foxconn and potentially 13 to 15,000 employees, where are those individuals going to come from?
The opening of Foxconn is expected to have a ripple effect on wages and salaries across the state, and because of its size, the company needs to have positions filled by the time it opens. For every minute of downtime at Foxconn, the company is projected to lose $1.5 million.
All right, we've been talking about the heat all week, and it is starting to move into the area, and Gary Canalte's on the backyard patio. And Gary, these are those kind of temperatures where you really want to keep up on your neighbors and make sure they're safe.
Yeah, especially those who are elderly, those who aren't in great physical shape, or the infants, very young kids are affected by the heat more. And then, of course, pets. Don't leave them outside in this heat. This is the time, if you have air conditioning, bring them in for a couple of days. We've got alert days in the forecast for tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday for blistering temperatures. The next couple of days, high temperatures, middle 90s, heat index values over 100 both days. And then Sunday, not quite as hot, but the humidity still stays high, and we could have the possibility possibility for some stronger thunderstorms as a cold front moves across southern Wisconsin, but it really doesn't break the heat. Excessive heat warnings are in effect from much of northern Illinois into eastern Iowa, western Wisconsin, and up into southeastern Minnesota. Heat advisories in effect for most of our viewing area from Richland Center eastward, and then heat advisories farther to the west there as well, but also heat watches up to the north and also through the Chicago metro area. Future track temperatures. This is what it's expected to feel like by late tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures in the middle 90s, and then on Saturday, pretty much the same story. Temperatures low to mid 90s in the heat of the afternoon. But if you take a look at the future track heat index, take a look what the heat index value should be around this time tomorrow. Somewhere between about 100 and maybe 107 or 108 degrees. That's just dangerously hot. And even early in the morning, those heat index readings staying between 75 and 80 degrees. So if you don't have air conditioning or some way of breaking the heat, you're still affected by it. It's the prolonged heat exposure that really scientists have found does an adverse effect on the body, especially those people who aren't equipped to handle heat. And then on Saturday, we're looking at heat index values back up into the triple digits. Now, as we take a look at visible cloud track today, thunderstorms that have passed to our south across Iowa into western Illinois are actually keeping the heat bottled up just to our south and west. You can see a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of southeastern Iowa, but there's already a severe thunderstorm watch in northwestern Wisconsin until 9 p.m. and a tornado watch for much of North Dakota, where severe weather is expected to form over the next few hours and then gradually move into Wisconsin late tonight. Now, there is a marginal risk of a strong to severe thunderstorm north and west of Madison tonight. Tomorrow, as the heat builds, the thunderstorm activity will stay mainly to our north. So we're not looking at severe weather for tomorrow, and even for much of the day Saturday. Maybe by Saturday night, we could see some stronger thunderstorms out toward the La Crosse area. But take a look at the temperature trend. Even when we cool off, we're down to the mid 80s, and then we're back up to around 90 by the 4th of July. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, above normal temperatures through much of the country, and below normal precipitation centered right on southern Wisconsin. Live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville, just hazy out there, lots of high-level clouds. The WISC Skycam, a little more cloud cover here than we've had sunshine before, and the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison showing partly cloudy skies. Our high temperature today so far has been at 86 degrees, I believe, 85, and the low temperature at 60. So our forecast for tonight, we got, again, heat advisories, heat warnings for southern Wisconsin, low of 72, a slight chance of a thunderstorm late. Tomorrow's high, 96. Record high for tomorrow is 100, set back in 1934, but the heat index into the triple digits. On future track, you can see the threat for a shower or thunderstorm mainly north of Madison late tonight. Tomorrow should be dry during the day as those temperatures soar into the middle 90s. We stay in the mid 70s for tomorrow night. Thunderstorm chances stay up to the north, and Saturday should be dry as well with high temperatures in the lower to middle 90s. Now, as we take a look at the 7 to 10-day forecast, you'll see a little bit of a break on Sunday as thunderstorms cool us down to the middle 80s. We'll be in the mid 80s on Monday, but back up to around 90 by the 4th of July and hovering within a degree or two of 90 all the way into next weekend. As we take a look at first alert traffic, not a great time on the Beltline. Let's take a look at the DOT traffic camera. This is at Todd Drive, and you can see eastbound very slow traffic. In fact, delays eastbound off and on from Stoughton Road to west of Verona Road. Also some delays heading out of Middleton on Highway 12. Right now, 36 minutes from University Avenue to the interstate on the eastbound Beltline, 22 minutes back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, about 28 minutes down to Janesville from the Beltline on I-3990, 20 minutes to Sauk City on Highway 12, and 19 minutes to Sun Prairie on US 151. That's your first alert traffic.
Be ready for the heat.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Gary, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And still to come tonight on News 3 at 5, a deadly shooting at a newspaper. This was in Maryland today, and we will have an update on that situation when News 3 at 5 returns. Stay with us. We do want to update you now on some breaking news just into our newsroom. Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies tell us after responding to a robbery at a clothing store in Delafield, 2 suspects in a rental van took authorities on a high-speed chase on Gulf Road toward Highway 83. The van went off the road, crashed into something on this rural road near a dump. Police are still looking for a female suspect who ran away. Well, this is a live look at the scene. We have a crew on the scene. We'll continue to provide an update tonight on News 3 at 6. Also earlier today, some breaking news out of the East Coast. Authorities in Maryland investigating a deadly shooting that happened at a newspaper in Annapolis.
Police say at least 5 people are dead and several injured, and a suspect is in custody. Police surrounded an office building housing the Capital Gazette newspaper this afternoon as people inside rushed out with their arms up. Law enforcement sources tell News 3 the suspect opened fire with a shotgun, killing several people. Police say they were on the scene within a minute and quickly took the gunman into custody.
Well, stay with us. We will have one more check of your forecast, and it's a hot one for the weekend. More after this. Finally at 5, help us make sure families in our community don't go hungry this summer.
There are multiple ways you can donate to become part of our Hunger Heroes Squad. One way is by calling our phone bank from now until 6:30.
Smile, everybody.
Nice picture. The number is 274-4000. Thanks, everybody, for all of your help who's donated so far. This could help provide a weekly bag of groceries to families who are in need. There are also several places you can donate in person throughout Madison. Just visit channel3000.com for more information. They have done a great job.
They've been working
They're
hard.
Here for another
hour. 608-274-4000, the number to call. Give them a call. Let's keep those phone lines going and help people in our community. And we've talked about the heat being an issue this weekend. Gary joins us. One final check of the forecast.
It's already pretty warm out there. Temperatures are in the middle 80s, 85 right now in Madison, but you factor in the dew points that are in the upper 60s and lower 70s. It feels like 89. Heat advisory in effect for much of our area from tomorrow afternoon through Saturday evening. Excessive heat warning tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening for areas west of Richland Center. Alert days in the forecast through Sunday for high heat and humidity, and then also a severe thunderstorm chance on Sunday. Look for temperatures to drop back into the mid-80s and some thunderstorm chances on Sunday. Hot for the 4th of July and through much of next week as well.
More updates in 30 minutes for News 3 at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.